Welcome to a Researcher's Guide to Local Area Unemployment Statistics. This brief tutorial is a joint effort between the Cornell Institute for Social and Economic Research and Cornell's Program on Applied Demographics. In this tutorial, we will cover the concepts and methods used by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics to produce these data. An understanding of the concepts and methods is essential for researchers and especially policy analysts to use the data correctly. Data on unemployment rates for counties are a timely and useful indicator of local labor market conditions. This graph of unemployment rates for Onondaga County, New York, displays changes in the rate and hence the local economy and labor market over a 20-year period from January 1990 through December 2019. Over that period, there were numerous peaks and valleys, including a low of 2.9% unemployment rate in November of 1998, to highs of 8.8% in January 2010, and then again in February of 2012. These data come from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. This graphic was produced by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis and displayed on their website, FRED. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in cooperation with the state workforce agencies, produces monthly estimates of unemployment statistics. These are model-based estimates drawing upon survey data and administrative records. The data series are the Local Area Unemployment Statistics, abbreviated as LAUS and commonly referred to as LAUS. The series reports on persons unemployed and employed, and the sum of the two is the labor force. These estimates are key indicators of local economic conditions. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, of the U.S. Department of Labor, is responsible for the concepts, the definitions, technical procedures, validation, and publication of the estimates that state workforce agencies prepare under a cooperative agreement with the BLS. Some brief definitions to get us started. Unemployed persons are those who were not employed during the reference week, were available to work, and had been actively seeking employment during the prior 4 weeks. Employed persons are those who were employed during the reference week, even if it was for as little as 1 hour for paid work. The labor force then comprises the sum of the unemployed and employed persons. The unemployment rate is the number of employed persons as a percentage of the labor force. Detailed documentation of the concepts and their definitions used by the BLS in the data on employment are available on their website at the following address. Now some words about the methodology. The LAUS program is a hierarchy of non-survey methodologies for producing monthly estimates of civilian labor force, employment, unemployment, and the unemployment rate for over 7,500 subnational areas. Details on the methodology employed by the BLS are available at this website. The geographic areas for which these data are reported include census regions and divisions, as well as states, core-based statistical areas such as metropolitan statistical areas and micropolitan statistical areas, and for counties and cities. Again, for details on the geographic concepts and coverage for LAUS, we recommend you go to the BLS website. The methodology is a top-down approach in which the hierarchy is nation, state, and county. The state estimates are produced by models that use data from the monthly Current Population Survey, or CPS, to estimate the number of employed and unemployed persons. The state models also use data on employment from the Current Employment Statistics Survey, of a representative sample of employers. Add in the unemployment insurance claims count from the state workforce agencies to the model as well. The objective of the model is to distinguish the signal from the noise, to determine the best estimates while dampening the variability that's inherent in sample surveys. The state estimates are summed and adjusted to concur with estimates for the nation. Estimates of the unemployed and employed persons for counties are produced by a multi-step procedure referred to as the Handbook method. The following is a simplified description of this method. For a more detailed description, please refer to the BLS Handbook of Methods at the following URL. Estimates of employed persons by county. At the county level, the primary sources of information on employment need to be adjusted. The current employment statistics, also referred to as CES survey, is a sample survey of establishments, and the quarterly census of employment and wages, or QCEW, is a complete census of establishments in the unemployment insurance program. They are collecting information on where people work. The LAUS data are intended to report employment levels for where people live. So, data from the American Community Survey, or ACS, on commuting patterns that link people's place of work to place of home are used to adjust the CES and QCEW data from place of work to place of residence. The CES and QCEW sources do not cover all forms of employment, only those covered by unemployment insurance. The BLS develops synthetic estimates of agricultural workers, self-employed and unpaid family workers, and private household workers. Estimates of unemployed persons by county. The county-level administrative records for unemployment insurance claimants provides high-quality data on the number of persons receiving benefits from the UI program. The BLS uses statistical procedures to estimate additional categories of unemployed persons for each county. For persons who have exhausted their benefits, the administrative records report for each period the number of persons who exhausted their benefits that period. These cases are then survived using a conditional probability model to estimate how many remain in the unemployed category. A second category of unemployed persons, termed new entrants, includes those who are new to the labor force and have never held a job before. The third category are re-entrants who worked previously, left the labor force for various reasons, and are now back in the labor force, actively seeking employment. The BLS estimates the number of new entrants and re-entrants for each county by allocating state-level estimates derived from the CPS to each county based on age group shares, where the county shares of each group are based on the Census Bureau's official estimates of detailed characteristics. Handbook-based total employment and unemployment estimates, finally, are controlled to the statewide model-based totals. And again, here's a very useful link to get the details of this methodology. In conclusion, the concepts and definitions underlying the LAUS data come from the current population survey, the household survey that is the source of the national unemployment rate. State monthly model-based estimates are controlled in real time to sum to national monthly employment and unemployment estimates from the CPS. These models combine current and historical data from the CPS, the Current Employment Statistics Survey, and state unemployment insurance systems. Estimates for 7 large areas and their respective balances of state also are model-based. Estimates for counties are produced through a building block approach known as the Handbook method. This procedure also uses data from several sources, including the CPS, the CES program, state UI systems, and the Census Bureau's American Communities Survey. To create estimates that are adjusted to the statewide measures of employment and unemployment, estimates for cities are prepared using disaggregation techniques based on inputs from the ACS, annual population estimates, and current UI data.